So we've been very fortunate in Oxford in having a very strong haematology research program funded by the Medical Research Council for now 3 decades. But we have expanded that program quite considerably, particularly to blood cancers, in addition to other blood diseases. And we've teamed up with the hospital to create the Oxford Centre for Haematology. This now brings all of the blood doctors, the haematologists in Oxford together. It brings various research groups in Oxford, including those working on cancer, together into a virtual centre where we now have the largest concentration of researchers and doctors in blood diseases in Europe, I would suggest. And we are now doing a lot of clinical trials to test new medicines. We're doing a lot of really fundamental research, both in common blood diseases, blood cancers, and non-blood cancerous diseases. We're working with NHSBT, the blood transfusion service. We're working with Anthony Nolan, the bone marrow transplant unit, the bone marrow transplant providers, and we're working very close with the national trial networks. And to give you one example of that, I am now the chief investigator for a new AML, acute myeloid leukemia clinical trial in patients who are unfit for combination chemotherapy. In that trial, will also include all of France, it'll include all the Nordic countries, Australia, New Zealand, we're considering sites in the United States, and Germany are also considering joining us. So this is required because as we begin to understand even one blood cancer like acute myeloid leukemia is really composed of many separate blood cancers, countries need to work together so sufficient patients can be entered into clinical trials quickly so we can bring drugs to patients broadly in a manner that's quick and efficient.